only risky part is this part. That's the only inconsistent.
Waiting for this race to start up, and we will enjoy more Mario.
Indeed.
I'm not gonna go for that in the race unless I'm on a really crazy PB pace. Are there ponies on my shirt? I think so.
Yuna now has the host. Nice.
So I need to switch to the official cart, and I will be playing on the US version.
Darbian, of course, playing on the US
Sacrificing
version in case he needs Freedom Cape.
Playing on the
Sacrificing
US version
your
is
for
more
however
than
many
likely the
seconds.
wiser decision.
I was actually just, you know, doing a couple
all
of
these
attempts. They all,
files.
2 of them got lost in Morton's Castle because I lost Cape, even though I still finished Morton's Castle easily.
Oh, I should start the recording.
I see.
Reset to make it official. I'm gonna close Skype so no ads pop up. It looks like the chop is ready.
Alright,
we
looks
go.
like they're going.
They are going.
So we will begin.
All 6 viewers of the rebroadcast, thank you for showing up. Keep your frickin' capes.
May the GLHFs be exchanged, and they're off.
And you all will see it in 15 seconds.
Tap left, keep cape. Doors final boss.
All that stuff.
Looks like Darbian stream is a little ahead of LambChops for me. Assuming we did. Okay.
Right, we didn't die to the Koopas.
I think we almost lost LambChop for a second there, but we're going. LambChop, I'm getting some buffering, it looks like.
Lambchop is dropping frames for me a little bit, but I don't know, it doesn't seem to be too much wrong with their stream.
Nothing too bad. Either way, we got a little buffering, but
Now for the
we're
most
still
terrifying
good.
Jump of World 1. The impossible jump if you're coming from Mario 3.
Darbian now with the box jump. He's got it. LambChop. I had a terrible feeling in my gut there. Box jump is not as easy as it looks. And
Definitely tricky for people who aren't used to doing it.
I think part of the
Piece of
difficulty
cake.
too is like if once you miss it once, even if you're still alive in the stage, it can take
I
a
think
few
Mr.
attempts
Cab may be doing
with
commentary.
the
He hasn't
new
confirmed.
P-speed
His channel
point
is Mr.
because you'll
Cab
get it so much
55.
faster. It's hard to get
Somebody
that,
can check.
even though you have to jump at the same
You'd
spot.
have both races side by side there, or both streams.
Oh.
Ooh. I turned away almost to go back to Darbian's chat to back up what he was saying, and I missed it. He gets box jump on the first try this time, though. Darbian is going for what we're starting to call it from Ibram's chat, awesome block. He makes
I've died on this level many times. in
Awesome
tournaments.
that
One time
second block
I
at
carried
the end,
shell to the end
where it's somewhat
against the
easy to
pipe.
get hit by the spiked ball.
and killed myself. There's a highlight of that. Like I took extra time. I didn't want to carry
LambChop
carry the shell through the pipe for some reason.
at
so I
this
took extra
point
time
probably
to
should
get
just
rid of
go
it,
the
and I
normal route through the
managed to kill
stage.
myself with it.
He's gonna keep going for it.
No fence shenanigans. Sorry. Sorry to anyone who is looking forward to that. I think that's the hardest door to get in this category for some reason. I missed that one more than any other door.
Mario, I know, is not LambChop's main game. Well, I haven't watched a lot of his streams. I know he did have a good, solid run of, I think it was Sly Cooper 2 at SUDQ last year. He gets through YI3.
Beautiful split.
Darbian dispatching of Iggy, as we would expect him to.
It doesn't get much better than that, right?
With LambChop, okay, he skips the star.
Thanks, Dash.
Takes a couple of dips, but doesn't dive, so that's the important part. Clears YI4.
I've never done RTAs of this category. That's so my
We've had, I think that's 4 deaths for him right now.
Would have been a reset in any RTA.
YI3 can be cruel.
That was not optimal, but
Yeah, it does seem like
I'm
an
in the
easy
sky.
level, but the possibility is there to screw it up.
Oh my, he did a normal jump instead of a spin jump. On the gate, under the gate there, under the Koopa. Manages to survive. This is the last level before he gets the save, so this is kind of crunch time as far as that 1 life left
61,
goes.
That's actually quite good for me.
Darbian, meanwhile, no trouble with Donut Plains 1.
Mr. Cap taught me not to wake the Rip Van Fish, even though he continues to wake the Rip Van Fish.
At one point, what Darbian's talking about there, I felt like waking up the Rip Van Fish made it take longer.
It'll be different if you wake the fish.
I have no idea if that's true, but Darbian has stuck to it. LambChop gets past Iggy. And so he has a bit of a breather now. Since he has basically a flyover level, so there's no real trouble there. Followed by Donut's Secret. And then the Ghost House is easy and he gets to save again.
No, Dash, a game over does not warrant a disqualification.
Game overs are not a DQ or instant lose or anything else. If you're in this tournament and you ever game over, just keep going. I think even an intentional game over is not a DQ. So if you're in this situation and wanted to just lose that last life and get it over with, that's fine. You'll lose the time, but otherwise it's fine.
I'm not gonna go for the quick takeoff. That's for later rounds in the tournament.
I'm curious how many frames we've lost from LambChop. He might not be quite as far behind as we think.
That's when those seconds.
Yeah, with LambChop with 1 life, it would be probably beneficial for him. Like if he hadn't have already done DP1 to go ahead and kill himself and get his lives back, and then just continue on.
Especially,
not much to lose there.
You can still get a 62
especially once he lost the fire anyway.
And a 63 is an optimal time.
That would be the only reason really to power on. But he has the confidence, and that's good.
I'm not very good at manipulating my flight speed. What I usually do is just keep adjusting it until I see it.
We're dropping frames, and we went straight from in the pipe to he was already holding the shell.
I'll adjust it to something slow, but as soon as I see it get faster and I know I don't have the slowest fly.
Going under early, I did that for a little while just because it was so annoying to potentially lose your shell up top. It is a little slower, but it's certainly the better chance of keeping the shell, and it's just a safer way to go if you can manage to not go too far down. Darbian really saved 8 seconds in World 1?
Yeah, he had a few problems in his World 1 and his PB. I don't exactly remember what they were. But
that's actually surprising because most players will reset it like in World 1 much more often than later ones.
Most like it was probably in a race.
Must have been a race PB.
Would make sense.
Right.
Darbian's off to Morton Fly now.
Still be a little interesting, but not as interesting as if I had.
See how he does it. So LambChop has also cleared the Ghost House, so that's another save point. Darbian has the spring. We're just waiting up here to see if he can use it. He gets it.
Alright,
He kicks it all the way
Darbian.
over to the wall. Seen a lot of kicking it up against the first post that rises up a little higher than the others, and getting the timing with the spikes right. He has a gold split there.
That was exactly how I needed
Nice.
Worlds 1 and 2 to go.
As Darbian has
There's a
says
lot
he
of ways
never
you can do that
RTAs
with
this
slice.
category.
There's backup strats for the first room, there's easy strats for the first room,
Only races it.
there's alternate ways you can fly up, there's 3 ways you can skip the last cycle there.
LambChop has one more
Springboard.
flyover level here. As we are apparently joining it in progress.
Springboard seems to be the best option there. though.
And he does drop down, which is good.
I'm gonna try the
Donut
new
Plains
strat.
4, you want to remember to stay a little lower for when those para-bombs or the parachute bombs show up.
New to me at least.
Boombas in this level. Bombs are in Vanilla Secret 2.
Okay, didn't
Darbs,
quite go down.
Vanilla
when I wanted
Dome
it to,
1.
but it worked.
Looks flawlessly so far. Beautiful.
Do not kick that shell.
Darbian
forward.
nails
Although it looks pretty cool,
VD1.
but it can end in disaster.
You don't get that fast fly up right away. It's like 8 seconds to go for another strat, so it's good that he got it. LambChop going the safe or horribly dangerous way. Darbian with a great Vanilla Secret 1 fly.
79's not bad.
LambChop doesn't get the takeoff, and
You participated in
Morton's.
your first
Top
That's
jumped
gonna
a little
be-
too early.
of what
Darbian's
game?
lead's gonna
And everybody's
increase.
first- well, my first race didn't go so wrong, but my second race went horribly wrong.
Morton fly is not nearly as easy as
You need to
everybody
learn
makes
to
it
laugh
look.
at your mistakes.
You need to actually, like, once it's practiced enough, you get the hang of where exactly you want to fly. Not sure exactly what LambChop's trying to do here.
I'm having a lot of trouble on Morton.
I think he is trying to grab that springboard and take it up there with him still.
I know I don't
Yeah.
have slow
And he
fly,
does it actually, nice.
but I might have second slowest fly.
And then he just leaves it behind. Once you drop it, it's better to just go.
I had slow fly. I had the slowest fly, I think. See, that's the difference between fast fly and slow fly is three in-game seconds there.
Well, Darbian's in
It's
a bunch of
reasons
flyover
like
levels
that.
and then a couple of auto scrollers, so
Really?
spotlight's gonna be on LambChop for a little bit.
Darbian lands on the block in VS3. But recovers very quickly.
LambChop doesn't knock Morton out entirely before he climbs up, but he takes care of him.
Yes,
gonna
this
hurt
is
me
a
on the
tournament
clock.
race.
Yes, Libero Nation, this is part
My only
of the
fourth on
tournament.
this throw was SMW.
This is winners round 2.
Darbian's ranked 11th, I
We
think.
were doing a series
Yeah,
of
he
events.
he's
It was like
Darbian
the
is
second
11
race in the
seed,
category.
LambChop is 54 seed.
Both were in the first tournament. LambChop
was
actually
holding
didn't win
everything
a race, I believe, in the first tournament. He won his first race here.
Indeed he did. Against Big John.
The Big John.
I think there are 2 seconds to save on this split, so I might only lose about 1 second for that.
Darbian is
mistake.
just a monster at everything he plays.
I'll definitely still
LambChop,
be ahead, assuming I get a quick kill.
I can't say Mario is his main game again. Like, I know he play.
And I don't
Sly is
like
actually the only game I know that he plays.
Now looks like LambChop nailed VD1 play.
He did. Solid. I think it's we finally shaken off the nerves. He's still running with 1 life though.
Yeah, indeed, that's not something you want to see.
We'll probably get a 1-up from coins in Vanilla Secret
20
3.
So yeah,
Yeah, he should really do
I would have
something
lost
about
1
that
second,
1
but then I
life.
screwed up the pipe, so that's where the .8 came from. So I called it
I
correct.
think he's okay for now. But this could be dangerous with the Koopas. I think he's got it. He does. Darbian making short work of Reznor. Lambchop's caught here at a little interesting point. It's very possible to see those springs and they don't actually spawn and you just fall right through them like that. It's pretty annoying. Once you get used to that happening, I think most players just know to take the other spring and go up. It's possible to despawn those springs entirely too, so they don't even appear.
The game's over. He goes back to the last place he saved.
Last place he saved is either the last ghost house, fortress, or castle, assuming he actually decides to save there, and I think he is. Dangerous beginning here to Vanilla Secret 2, but he's taken off now. Darbian getting some 1-ups.
Yeah, Darbian's on Butterbridge 1. If you're not, it is an auto-scroller. It's very easy to zone out here. Dying on the stage close to the end costs at least a minute and a half worth of time.
Nick J died on this level. A few people have died on this
Darbian
level.
sold
Nick J
out.
As
definitely on this
Darbian
level.
calls me out on it.
Nobody wants to be the one that happens to.
I'm excited about Mother
But I
4.
think it has happened to everyone.
Such an announcement. I'm still waiting on Mother 3 to be localized.
Some people like to showboat and like spin jump these blocks to prove they know where the coin block is, and very often you'll just fall right through the whole thing.
Nick J stood on the gray platform.
LambChop flying over all the dolphins successfully.
Alright,
And he gets an extra life from the coins.
LambChop has resolved the only life he had.
The only thing is he missed a lot of the early coins. I'm not sure if he had enough room there to get 2 lives.
Not a fan-made game.
But with only 1 life, Reznor could still be problematic. LambChop only behind 2 stages, but they're the 2 longest stages in the run. Unless you want to count Bowser's Castle itself.
I have no idea what flight speed I have. I'm gonna say this is a low 62.
Chop getting that backup cape, much better than the backup mushroom.
Oh, it was worse than that.
It's true to Shuck. We do still have clips. We still have Roy's. There is a lot in this race where Darbian ends up having a bad day. LambChop could still be in it, but I've got to be honest. Darbian's pretty good. Wouldn't expect
Does
him to
Lamb
have.
do clips?
LambChop, I believe, at least knows Easy Clip. Going back to the previous tournament.
Right. I mean, loses a cape to Reznor there. Very aggressive.
Very aggressive. Reznor is always a fortunate. He goes for the hit
Oh,
on
and
that one.
Darbian.
Pumped too early.
Darbian.
Ooh, what happened?
I'm gonna do that again.
I see.
I'm not entirely sure what happened. I was.
He must have been in. It must have been room 2 because I know he got through room
It
1.
It
and
was
then
room 2. Something must have happened. I wasn't entirely sure.
Wow. It has to be
Probably
lava
hit a
because he
totem
still has
and
his
fell in
flower.
lava.
LambChop taking care of Reznor, unfazed by the aggressiveness. Oh, there's one death to help him out, and Darbian opts to go safely this time. I don't know if he knows how close he is. LambChop got an extra life
It's an example
somewhere
of
in
cutting
there.
your losses.
Must have. I forget what the exact conditions are to get a 1-up at the goal, but he must have gotten one. Especially with the frame drops, this Butterbridge one looks a little scarier.
I think I will
Darbian
get the cape
gets
in
that. Did he get the quick kill? Or I guess he got the cape immediately. A lot of racers have
That
been
mistake costs a
going
lot
for
more
the
time than I
swag cape,
thought.
standing underneath it, waiting for it to fall to them. And it's very possible for the cape to not fall all the way down. Especially in a
What if
intense
expect
race
about 30
situation,
Oh, I guess
I would
I
recommend
guess
grabbing
did
it as
drop
soon
around
as
30
possible.
seconds, but then by going slowly through it.
I also
second
usually
time,
cape
for
cancel the
other-
last spike ball, but if you can have
some
P
seconds
speed
ago.
early enough to get to the first spike ball, I mean, well, you're going faster. Don't think LambChop knows there's a 1-up on the left there.
I'm not used to getting this cape, so some interesting things could happen here.
You know, that is one way to get a 1-up. LambChop with a very dangerous end to Butterbridge 1.
Alright, we're doing it that
Darbian
way.
did talk about this before the race on his stream. The opting to get a second, like, backup cape in Forest 1 over keeping fire, basically not trusting his Roy Fly completely. He'd rather lose
the answer
like
is
20
because.
seconds to 1 death than having to go back
I
and
took
get another
the-
cape entirely.
The FOI insurance policy. I will not have fire for Roy, but I will have 2 shots in case I fail Roy Fly.
As
It's a
he's
pretty
explaining
minimal
right now.
cost to get that extra cape.
So, LambChop flying over Butterbridge 2. Darbian, easy every time. Gets the clip.
That went very well.
One note, I'm assuming at this point LambChop is comfortable with his extra life total. But Butterbridge 2, if you can fly over the top of the screen and not trigger the goal and turn back, there's an easy 4 1-ups to get there from the enemies on the screen.
That is true.
LambChop opting not to cape cancel.
Ooh, that.
A dangerous reduction in P-speed. I can see if you are not good at getting the cape
Hey,
cancel,
Cam,
you
you
don't
should
want
check
to
out
take
the-
all eye
Check
there.
out my SME1. Any
At least my personal recommendation for that, and I do this myself, is if you duck, it's very hard to duck fly. I believe it's
There's a
frame
device
perfect.
connected to my body,
All you really have to do is duck to kill your P-speed.
delivering real-time.
LambChop taking an interesting path through
Data to
the
the
fences,
Very interesting.
but he makes it. I'm not
Alright,
sure.
let's see if he knows a semi-quick kill on Morton on Ludwig.
Ludwig,
Here.
yes, let's check for it.
And he looked like he went for
He
it.
went for
but
it, but he couldn't get it.
That's an awful. I had a horrible fly speed there.
It was an awkward position because he was up against the corner of the screen.
So I have 2 capes.
A solid Ludwig from LambChop.
See many
Alright,
top
Darbian
runners
going
take
into
2
Roy's.
capes into this level.
See if Darbian needs that insurance policy.
Let's count the bumps. 1, 2, 3,
6
4,
bumps,
5,
and he dives at the
6.
right time.
I'm a fan of 6 bumps.
I'm a 4 bumper myself. Goes for the fly through room 2. Easy every time. Never shoots.
This is where having that extra cape costs me.
Darbian commentating on his own race. Better than Downey Jr.
Not too much time though.
The inside jokes are real.
That's just
So
6
LambChop now
bonks,
entering the
6
Forest of Illusion.
bonks on the ceiling, excluding the initial one from just taking off.
He is going for Yoshi, so he knows to at least go for the clip. I'm pretty sure he does know easy clip. I don't know if he knows hard clip.
But since I would have gotten a backup cape anyway at the end.
Oh, he
of-
gets hit
He
on
gets
the Wiggler.
hits.
Island 1.
Or by the Wiggler,
You
I mean.
never run at the Wigglers eating them at P speed. It's you're
And that'll
asking
save a
for
little bit
trouble.
of time there.
Is he going star
Even-
strats? He's going star strats. I don't know if he wanted the star or the
Kinda
cape,
makes up for
but
time
he
I
has the
lost in
star.
FY1 getting the cape.
You know, actually, he could get.
Can get some 1-ups here.
Yeah, like, looks like he's not going for those though. And the bonus stars.
Okay, LambChop says he's gonna go for easy clip. That's
There you
good, he
go.
knows that. No reason not
Darby-
to know easy clip.
If you get pipe fly, it's a little awkward
Darbian got
to try to
the cannon
figure
fly.
out where to stop to get the cape.
Definitely keep on rooting for LambChop. He's a great guy. Not even gonna try once for hard clip. I think if we say it's free, but I think if you immediately go for easy clip and don't even give it the one shot, it saves maybe 1 second.
Oh, he loses Yoshi.
Oh no.
Ooh, he almost got sniped by that fish there.
Yeah, those fish in the cape hitboxes can be really annoying. Does get fire though. Darbian gets the boo bounce in Chocolate Ghost House. LambChop almost having a run-in with the Rip Van fish there.
55's channel. He's doing commentary on this race and has my
LambChop, the point blank fish eating.
So I'm going to impress you by telling you to go somewhere else.
Thank you, Darbian, for the plug.
Oh,
Darb-
Not great at this race.
Oh my.
That should be a 290. That's where I normally would get Yoshi.
Darbian. Oh my.
loses both of his power-ups.
Given what's coming up, I would be going back for Cape for FOI 3 anyway.
Let's see where he goes. If he goes back for Cape, if he goes to FOI 1, or he goes all the way to Butterbridge 2.
I think he'll go to
he's
Butterbridge
listening.
2.
Byram.
It's possible he's worked out the P-Speed strats for FOI 1. He's going up to Butterbridge 2. If you don't know the P-Speed strats for FOI 1 with no cape, Butterbridge 2 is the faster place to get a cape.
Whoa, that was not quite
What I
right,
was going
though.
to mention earlier was
Gives
that
me
it
an
looks like
opportunity
Darbian
to
did
live
not
away.
get Yoshi in Chocolate Island 2.
Oh yeah, he said he was.
Finally ditching that strat.
Yeah.
I honestly also thought it was faster to have Yoshi. It was always faster for me with Yoshi until very recently.
Thanks, Terezi.
It's able to eat all the moles can help a lot. But if you know how to use the cape,
Flying
it's a lot
gears are
easier.
concerned.
Or it's as easy. Yeah, to Shaq. LambChop's stream is dropping a few frames here and there, so it will be a little jumpy at times. Surprised he only got one cape.
I got uncomfortably
Darbian cuts it
low
close
too.
there in the
I-
last
I-
room of
I felt like I
Chocolate
was gonna
Secret.
clip the tip of that last.
How close was it?
platform and fall in the lava.
Oh, he was really close.
Instead, I just.
He almost
dove
landed
and
on the very
barely
last
made it on the
yellow
Oh.
platform.
ground.
That's the worst one. It's very easy to
Alright.
slide off of it. LambChop going for the
LambChop going
fly.
into Roy. Gets it.
5 bumps.
Well, don't hit the
He's
top.
going a little
Okay,
close
you go.
there. That's... Ooh. LambChop makes it. Darbian with a very clean first room of Wendy's.
Who needs the midway, right?
Solid Roy from LambChop. I'm really glad he nailed that. Roy Fly really is probably the biggest time saver in the run. I think what we'll have to do here is write the whole thing up to early race jitters, because once we got past Yoshi's Island, this has been a solid run from LambChop.
There's the time you saved by not getting Yoshi. Could have been. I think I've had a -11 there.
We have a mini raid with I was sent here by Darbian.
I mean, it's
Thanks, everybody, for
it's
showing
an
up.
unobtrusive addition to the stream.
Coming by to watch LambChop and Darbian in the first race of the
I think
evening.
The highest I've had it on stream, it got up to 170 when I got my SME1 run. That was 1 frame from record. So this is a level that I'm very concerned with, but I have 2 capes. Well, actually, I would always have 2 capes if things were going well.
Was that LambChop not opting to get the backup cape in Chocolate Island 1 by dragging the spring into the goal?
Things are going poorly. It takes a few seconds, but getting that backup cape can easily save more time than not having it. If you're too high on the screen, it's usually pretty tricky to figure out when to drop down. I usually come down into the middle of the screen myself to try and get it so that you can see the last Paracupa on the stage.
Too long. So now I'm.
Oh, he gets hit by the fish
Oh,
and
nice.
boo.
Is he spin jumping
Did I
or?
get a chance to practice that?
He must
No, I
have
think
just
he
released
dropped
the
his
button
fly
too.
a bit early.
Yeah. The strat there is to either cape cancel right through him or to spin fly. There are a couple of things that can happen to cause you to
I don't
lose
know the
that.
lag
You could either
reduction
let go
strats
of the
here.
Y button, and at that point you will no longer cape cancel.
I do know how to kill
It's
this
possible to
yellow
kind of get
Koopa.
a wall clip, one of those like
Dead.
old-timey Mario. You find a ledge in the wall that shouldn't be there, and Mario will come out of the flying animation. But I don't think he had reached the wall just yet. Orb?
Hey, Mario.
See, Lambchop's going to opt to move
around
on
60.
without the cape.
It's outside
Without a
of the
cape, I
normal
think
range, as I've-
getting a Yoshi here would be a good idea for backup, but he goes right by the Yoshi block. Going for the fast
I
strats.
need to not get BS'd by the mole hitboxes here.
It's possible to do this area with some P-speed, even while small, but it's the screen going up with you makes it difficult. I also
hope Lambchop doesn't get hit by Chuck here. Oh,
oof. One way to deal with that is to try and kick the blocks up and have them go right into the chucks.
oh, he just died in room 1 in Chuck Line 2, and he
Yeah.
has 1 life again. This is
This would be the time to take the game over.
yeah,
And he does.
true.
That
Why
was
do I need a yellow
intentional.
Koopa? It's different.
I do not know that for certain, but
Oh,
the
that's the
way
one
he
that I
ran right
naturally
into
want
it, it
to-
must have been.
My attention's drawn to that Koopa.
He also had quite a lack of response from that, so it was most likely. But he has to. Oh no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Doesn't. He just needs to remember to actually leave the ghost house tile.
That a little interesting.
It's good to know Lambchop knew exactly what he was doing coming this far with his life total. We've
don't
seen a
kill him
few
because he's
players
different, I kill him
not
because
really been aware of their life
there's nothing
total,
special about the
going
other
into
ones.
levels and saying, "Oh crap, I only have 1 life left." On another death in room
If
2,
I see
though.
a bunch of blue and green Koopas and then 1 yellow one, I'm gonna think, something. There might be.
Especially in
something
races
about that
for
yellow one.
the newer
I only
racers,
kill one. Why not kill the?
knowing the strategies
one
to
that the
refill your lives,
developers
get
wanted
more
you to
lives,
focus
they
on.
can be valuable. Right now, I think we have to kind of look back a little bit to Forest of Illusion 1, where you had a chance to build up lives with the star. Didn't really kill a lot of enemies there. The Wigglers are worth 2 1-ups after you kill an 8th enemy. Well, I think the first Wiggler you kill is only worth 1 still. He's in a bit of a bind now. Yeah, he got caught in
Lambchop
the
takes another death
crossfire.
in Chocolate Island 2.
Saving the yellow.
At this point, I would probably
Yeah,
go back for cape.
He's going back for a cape.
Saving the yellow Koopa is harder than killing it.
Chocolate Island is the beginning of the gauntlet of this run. Really, Roy's Castle itself is. And after that, it's really just Chocolate Island 1, and every other level is
Oh,
rough
I didn't even
compared to the
maintain
first
this.
half of the game. For that, really, all you have to worry about is the Morton Fly, the Vanilla Secret 1 Fly, and maybe Clip in Ludwig's Castle. To worry about Clip, but if you don't get Clip, it's not the end of the world, especially if you know Easy Clip.
This is for Mr. Cab, this strat.
What is he blaming on me?
I think it was the way he going through that level.
Come on, Cab. Why did it
Darbian.
not cancel?
Oh, he loses a cape, but he has a backup, so it's okay.
That's the Bob 1 backup cape. Did Lambchop get a second backup cape?
Oh,
See,
right
he
now
Wanted
I'm
to spin,
not entirely sure.
Spin
Yeah, I see he only has the one now.
Destroy the fireball. And not lose any time.
There you go, and then
Oh, I
beat
can't see
CI2 with
anything.
no problems at all.
That room with the chucks with no cape is actually pretty difficult, as you saw there.
Definitely
Just
remember to make sure
dodging
my
all of
rifle's
the
up next time I do
baseballs
this.
can be really hard. One stomp, while it does eliminate baseballs from that one chuck, will cause it to run at you. One thing that's happened to myself, and I think one other racer in the tournament, that football dodge. That second chuck, especially if you jump on it, will run at you, and you have no room to jump over it because of the third chuck in the room. But always remember you have those blocks there. You don't have to jump to leverage them. You can throw them up and let them float to the right on their own. Darbian with an excellent cape kill for phase 1.
Will the Dart versus Cad match be next?
I was debating whether or not I wanted to like start playing Stone Cold Steve Austin's music after Darbian finished. Give a speech on his stream or something,
Hey,
but
Proto,
we'll skip that for now.
you're just in time.
Lambchop looks to be powering through room 3. I think he had early flight in this room. Lost it, but he still has both of his capes, so not a problem.
So far, Darb's kill on Bowser seems pretty flawless.
Yep. Bob's gonna start Wendy's now. Easy as Darbian got through Wendy's, it is really one of the harder levels in the run. It's a very unforgiving one as well.
Got done on race time, split on SDA time.
Chop gets
And
his
Darbian
backup
is
cape.
finished.
35.
Racebot has a 34.55. Splits have a
The last tournament, the
34.54, so
almost
they
guaranteed
agree
to
with
win,
each other.
Unless you were facing
Ooh.
certain people. In this tournament,
Lambchop could not
pretty
get past the
seriously
first spike.
people.
Got reamed by the second
We
one.
just had really one critical error, dying in second room of Ludwig.
I actually only just... Oof.
Thanks, guys.
Last life in
Don't blame
Wendy's.
Job.
Happened to
So he's
Lamb
gonna
Chop.
go.
I heard he died.
This
Power
is a risky
through.
one
At least
because
once
we're
or
back to
more.
Chocolate Island 2 if this doesn't work out.
Indeed.
He died a lot.
Stops in the middle.
I
It's
have
a good move.
about 1 out of every 20 races I do
Do the spin jumps on the solve strat.
involve
It's
many,
a
many
little
deaths.
more dangerous than it looks because if you get caught, I don't see him on the screen anymore.
I just had frame drops and now I see a game over screen.
Yeah. The solve spin jumps can be dangerous because if you get caught underneath
Well, let's go
the
give him a little
platform or
love,
if it
'cause I need to go
catches up to you on the
pack.
ceiling, it will
I
hit
need to
you.
go pack and I'll watch the rest of his run. Thanks for showing up, guys. Let me make sure I get his Twitch channel right.
Do we want to raid LambChop since we have an hour and a half break before the next race?
I'm fine with that. So Darbian
I'm not
advances
moving.
to the next
I'm
to
visiting my
round 3
parents.
against the person who's talking.
Alright,
Mr.
see
Cab?
y'all. How long will I be?
I
I'll
will
be back
not
Saturday,
give
so-
Darbian an easy time, even if he does get 34s and my PB is a high 35. Mark my words. Darbian is in for it.
We'll see about that.
Let's go give LambChop some love. Thanks for joining in, everybody. We'll be back on either this channel or another channel. Just keep your eyes on Twitter and look out for the hosts. Next match is later tonight. We have Jay Coper and Panda Bear 314 at 10 o'clock. Paco 5, the defending champion and I believe still record holder as of last night, against the Wahoo at 11 o'clock, both times Eastern. Have a good evening. We'll see you later.